Good morning, my dear students. How are you? Welcome to the Google Classroom of Sri Gokulam Public School. Today we are going to listen a story. The name of the chapter is Taro's Reward. Unit 3, Taro's Reward. Now let me ask you a question. Whom do you love the most in your life? Definitely, it's your parents. Your parents take care of you and fulfill all your needs. Whatever you are asking for, your parents are giving it for you. They love you so much, they take care of you so much, and for them, you are their world. Isn't it? Yes. But as children, are we also giving back to our parents? Are we fulfilling their wants and desires? Now, as children, are we also keeping our parents happy? Are we taking care of them? We need to know more about this. For that, let us listen to this story. This story takes place in Japan. There was once a woodcutter named Taro in Japan, and he was living with his old aged parents near a hillside. Hillside means near the hills. And he was a very poor woodcutter. He used to go to the forest and every day cut woods, chop woods. Chop wood means he used to cut woods and bring home and sell them, but he got very little amount of money. Even though he was hardworking, he could not earn much money. Then came winter season. During the winter season, it was very cold in Japan. So one evening, as he was sitting in his house, he noticed that his parents were shivering due to the severe cold, extreme cold. His parents were shivering over there. Suddenly a strong cold wind blew, and through the cracks of their house, because it was an old hut that they were living in, so there were cracks and openings were there in between the walls. The wind was blowing inside the house, and his father was shivering very, very much. And his father said, "Oh, how I wish I could have a sip of sake so that it would keep my good old heart warm." What is sake? Sake is a Japanese drink. It is very expensive also. And if you drink that, it will keep you very healthy. So that is what the father means by telling good old heart warm. Good old heart warm means it will keep him healthy. So he wanted to drink that. He had this great desire or wish to drink that sake. Taro overheard. He heard what his father said and he felt very sad. He was unable to provide sake for his father because it was very costly, expensive. And that made him very sad. Now, Taro started thinking, what I will do? I want to keep my father happy. The old man has only asked for a sip of sake. As an obedient child, it is my duty to fulfill that wish of my father. But I do not have money. These thoughts were going through Taro's mind. Children, we need to understand that it is not always demanding from our parents. We also need to understand what our parents need. We should not forget that our parents also have got wishes and desires. And as good children, we should fulfill these desires of our parents. Taro's parents has done so much for him. Now Taro is thinking what I shall do for my parents. How I will return to my parents. all that they have given me, how I will take care of my father. He was such a thoughtful child. He was such a good son. So he was thinking such things. And after thinking for a long while, he decided, I will work more hard. I will cut more trees, chop more wood, and sell and make more money, so that my father gets to drink sake. So he decided that. Next day morning, full energetic, he goes into the forest. He takes his axe and he starts cutting the woods. And after a long time, by afternoon, he is very tired. His throat has become very dry and he cannot work anymore. He stops for a minute to take rest. Then suddenly he remembers, oh, my old father, the poor man. He's shivering in the house. He just wants to drink a sip of sake. No, I cannot take rest now. Immediately he jumps up, takes his axe again, cuts more wood. Parents, Taro was thinking about his father. No, I cannot waste my time. He remembered. And immediately he jumped up and he started cutting more wood. And after some time, what happened? He's feeling very thirsty. But there is no water around. He knows that in that forest, there is no lake, there is no river, there is no stream, there is no waterfall. There is no water in that forest. You have to go very long, far away you have to go to get a drop of water. He did not have time to waste. So he started working more and more. Suddenly, he heard a noise. It's like the water is flowing. Gushing down means forcing down. And he started hearing that voice. What is that voice? Water flowing? Where? There is no water in this forest. He listened and then he started walking towards the sound. From where that water flowing sound he was hearing, he started walking towards it. And to his surprise, he suddenly saw a waterfall. Water is falling from the rocks. He was very shocked, amazed. He thought, oh my God, from where did this waterfall come? It was not here before. Really magical. And then he went near the waterfall. He was feeling very thirsty, so he went near the waterfall. And he cupped. Cupped means he put the hands together to form a cup. Held the hands together. So he held the hands together. He went near the waterfall. He collected water in his hand and he started drinking from that. Sipping water from that. And after drinking, what happened? This has got a different taste. It is not tasting like water. Something is different in this. Again he drank and drank. Suddenly he noticed, this tastes like sake. A waterfall of sake. Really magical. How has this magical waterfall come into this forest? He was really surprised. What did he do then? He went and took his pitcher, P-I-T-C-H-E-R, pitcher. Pitcher means what? Pot. So he took his pot and went and collected sake from that. Takes his pitcher we said means pot, and he fills it up and he rushes home. What happens next? After reaching home, he gives the water or sake to his father. His father drinks a sip from it and becomes very happy. Immensely happy he becomes that his father begins to do a little dance in the middle of the floor. After that, in evening, an old lady comes to visit them. After talking for a few minutes, as the lady was moving out from the house or going away from the house, his father politely offers a drink of sake to the old woman. From this we understand that they are not very selfish and greedy people. They could have hid the secret drink from the old lady, but they did not do that. They very selflessly, meaning without any selfishness, they politely offered the drink to the lady. The old lady was very happy and she drank sake and went home. But by night, the news of having sake in Taro's house had spread throughout the village. Now what happened? By night time, there was a procession of villagers in front of Taro's house. Procession means a number of people moving in an orderly manner, means like moving in a line. So people were forming queues and lines and moving towards Taro's house. Everybody wanted to taste the magical drink that he had got from the waterfall. Everyone in the village drank it, and by night time the entire sake was over. Next day morning, Taro was more happy as he took the biggest picture in his house, the biggest pot that he had in his house, and he went to collect more sake from that waterfall. This time, Taro was having a second surprise in his life. What was the surprise that he had? When he went over there, he found that a crowd of people was standing in front of the waterfall. Everybody had different kinds of things to collect sake from the waterfall. They had buckets, they had pots, they had pictures, they had pans, anything that they could take from their home, they had taken it and they had come to collect sake from the waterfall. One of the villagers went near the waterfall and started to drink from there. But the villager noticed that it is just pure water coming from the waterfall. He again tried to drink from the waterfall. Again he found that it is just pure water. Now the villager got very angry and he said, Taro had been cheating us. This is not sake coming from here. He was telling a lie to us. Many other villagers also tried to drink from the waterfall and all of them found that it was only water. What had actually happened over there? All these people were very greedy for sake that the magical waterfall had changed into water when these people came to drink from it. Taro was observing and listening to the entire thing from behind a rock. He saw that all the villagers had become very angry and a few of them started telling that we should find Taro and beat him for telling lies to us. Taro got very confused. He waited till all the villagers left the place. Everybody was very angry, so they had ran into different places to find out Taro and to beat him, to shout at him. Taro waited till everyone went away and he went near the waterfall. He tried to drink from the waterfall again, and this time it had turned into sake. And that was the magic in that waterfall. Sake was only offered to Taro from that waterfall. Anybody else who went to drink from there got pure water, but when Taro went to drink from there, he got sake. It definitely was a magical waterfall. The news of this magical waterfall again spread throughout the village. Not only throughout the village, it spread throughout the country. The entire Japan heard about this magical waterfall. The Emperor of Japan, emperor means the king of Japan, heard this story. He sent his people from the palace to find out whether the story is true or not. They came to the village, saw the magical waterfall, and understood that the story is true. They went back and reported the same to the emperor. The emperor was very happy that he called Taro to his palace. He rewarded Taro 20 pieces of gold. Rewarded means gave him a gift of 20 pieces of gold. Not only did he give him 20 pieces of gold, the emperor also told that the magical waterfall will be now called as Taro's waterfall. So the magical waterfall was now called as Taro, and he said that he had did this so that all the little children will be encouraged to grow up and become good children who take care of their parents, love their parents, and be thoughtful of their parents. So this is the beautiful story of Taro, and let us all try to be very good children like Taro. Read the lesson very well. Test paper is given. Attempt your test paper and be very good children. Thank you and have a nice day.